Hello, it's Bob. I'm sure you've seen my video for the double roll-up door opener that I used a regular door opener for roll-up doors. Well, my shop has a third door on the end, just a single, and I didn't want to have to do the same kind of setup. I found on eBay these openers that I think they're made in China, but if I'd have found this first, I'd have probably gone with this one on the other two. And the reason is it's much smoother. It's made for this kind of door. It's smaller, takes up less space, and it's quieter, and it's cheaper. So I'm just going to give you a short rundown. It wasn't a perfect fit. I had to alter it a little bit. But it's made to go on the jack shaft, which is the shaft that's on the door that the door spins on. And if you see inside here, there's these little fingers on the opener right up in here, and they go in the little holes in the door there. And it wasn't a perfect fit, but it lined up centrally really well. So what I did was I got one side, all the way to the end, and then this side over here, I had to cut that plastic just a little bit to make that other finger fit. And then once I did that, it was about a half an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch, and then it slid right in. So the hardest part about this was moving this bracket. I had to move this door bracket because it normally fits on the frame of the door back here. It's bolted to that. So what I did was I took a strap and I put a piece of angle iron from this piece here, this joist rafter, to the rafter on the end, just spanned it across. And then I took a strap and brought it down and around the door to take the weight of the door. And then, just ratchet strap it up enough where you can disconnect it from this bracket. And then once it's free of the bracket, I unbolted it from the door and I moved it. I already had this wood panel here. So all I had to do was move it over, just enough to fit this in between. But, it's not too difficult, once you know where you're going with it. But I'm impressed with it. It's a nice little openers. They're quiet, and it's got a couple cords here. I think one's a free spin, so you can disengage it from the motor and do it manually if you have to, if your power goes out or something like that. But once you have it all mounted up, let me get off this ladder. You can, like I said, they're pretty quiet, and they come with a remote. It looks like a key fob. It's got 4 buttons on it, and you can program it. So if I did, and I probably will switch my other doors over, if my other setup fails at some point, I'll go to these, and then I could put all 3 doors on this one remote if I wanted to, but it comes with 2 of them. So, but you just hit the button, and up it goes. And like I said, it's pretty quiet. And you don't have to do any alterations like I did on the other one. I don't have to shave any bolts or cut any little pieces of sheet metal. It's just, it's an even roll all the way up. So, and the nice feature too is it's got, once you have your limits set on the door, it's got a soft close. Once it gets to a certain point, almost closed, it slows down and just kind of eases down all the way. Same with going up. It gets to a certain point, and then it kind of slows down, which maybe you can see it. We'll shut it. But you can see it comes down fairly fast. And once it gets, and that's it. But they work really well. Like I said, I'll probably convert to this once my other setup goes, but and it's even got a little light, you know, if the place is dark. But I would recommend it. They're only like 160 bucks. I used it was the N800. And I'm assuming that's the power from what I gathered. It's the amount of power it has, pulling power, and it goes up to 1,000, I think. And they're a little more expensive, but for, you know, I got a 10 by 10 door and it works fine. So with the 8N100, and like I said, they're about 160 bucks. So it's worth looking into if you're shopping for a door opener. I would recommend it. You know, if you have a little bit of mechanical skill, you can do it fairly easily. I think it took me, you know, just an average, less than, you know, a couple hours, you know, once you figure out, you know, how to do what you're doing up in the air. But, you know, you just got to support the door to get it on there, because you have to take that bracket off, and it comes with all the hardware you need. So definitely I would check into it. And thanks for watching.